Hi guys, this is the week 2 recap for stats and the week 3 reminders for stats. Please make sure that you're turning things in as early as possible, so if there is any problems I can have you revise it and get you going. The first thing we want to talk about though is the good neighbor. Okay, the ones that have turned it in so far have done a great job. A little teary-eyed on some of them, and that's the emotion that I'm looking for. I have to read those in private, so just so you know that it's not something I can do out in public because they're personal, and it's one of my, I think, the greatest faith integrations I do out of all my classes. So hopefully some of you are getting some good stuff out of it. Okay, your initial 5 card where you're handing them out and not speaking should be posted by Sunday. You have the next week to go in and respond to someone else. Just saying good job is not good enough. You need if you've read it, it should have evoked some kind of emotion. That's what you're looking for. Please have that done next week. So the initial hard work is really done, and that's the cards. The second portion of the week this week is just to basically read them, digest them, and post something on it. Just saying attaboy will not get you the points you need, so just know that. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the p-value video. Understanding one thing, the rest of the semester we'll be looking at lots of different things, but understanding the p-value is really important. It's either significant or non, and below 0.05 is always significant, and above 0.05 is non-significant. So it's very important that you really master that, so when you start looking at those p-values in 2 weeks, they're going to start to make sense. The next step in the process is the drawing conclusions. Understanding that when you prepare a write-up, now the up-and-coming week 3, you will not be doing any conclusions. It's what the data says. The SPSS data that you're going to be handed, you're going to analyze it for the numbers that are there, and then do your write-up, and that's it. Okay, turn those in as early as possible so you can start to get the feel of how to actually revise, get stuff revised, and that everything from this point forward, especially after the next week, is very straightforward. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's straightforward if you follow the videos and write it up. But when you get to that conclusion, the conclusion is not a conclusion that I give you or some formatted thing. You are to look at the data that's out there and everything that you learned and draw a conclusion. That's why we tell you that you need to turn your stuff in early. If you blow it, you get to revise it. Okay? If things aren't written up correctly, I'm going to tell you where you need to improve. Okay, and then you just keep revising, but every time you revise and you get it better, sooner or later you're going to get it down. Now when it comes to the weekly reviews in the next couple weeks, like this week should be very, very short and sweet. You're going to break down what descriptives and frequencies are, and you're going to write yourself a great set of notes that when you go into the final, you're going to be able to look back. Okay, I got to do descriptives and frequencies now. Where's that page? Okay, here are my notes. This is what I did that week. Here is how I wrote them up, and then you just write them up. So really, you're really focusing in on being a better student in this, okay? But making mistakes is part of it, and it's okay. You just got to turn it in early enough for me to revise it per the rules that we put out in the video. So please focus in on that. And know that if you do your work early, you'll get a chance to revise it until it's right. And you're sure to getting a great grade in this class, other than, let's say, the quizzes and the final, if you don't do well in those. Okay? But the conclusion itself, when we get, and I'm going to touch this again next week before we get started. When you're done, you should be able to go, okay, this is what I see. And it's all based on the numbers. If you watch the video enough times and you've done the work and your conclusion will be pretty good the first time. I will point you in the right direction. You revise, you get it till you get it right, or Sunday night comes, whichever comes first. Okay, so as you turn it in early, you're going to get a revision. Saturday, may not. Sunday, you're not getting a revision if you wait till Sunday. You're going to get a grade, and I'm going to tell you what you did wrong so you can prepare. But if you have your good assignments done, all your assignments done well, and you have your weekly review solid as a rock, when it comes time for that final, you're just going to be able to flip pages and go, I remember doing this now. Here we go. type it out, boom, it's done. Okay. Moving on to week 3. Okay. Descriptives and frequencies is our first set of testing. Okay. In the assignment page, there is a setup for you to go through and watch the videos. You want to watch the videos, the introduction video, and then how to write up SPSS. There is a set of data that is in there that's for descriptives and frequencies, SPSS homework data. You want to make sure you download that, make your notes on there, and then write it up exactly how I tell you to do in there in the instructions, and turn it in. I will tell you what you did wrong and send it back, or you'll get a attaboy, attagirl, and you'll see your grade in there. You will not receive the grade till either it's correct or Monday morning after the due date is over, and then you'll get the grade that is basically available for you. Okay. Reliability video, watch it, and that's for your notes for your weekly review. Good neighbor response, make sure it's doesn't just say attaboy or attagirl. It has a little substance to it. Okay. And then opening up on Thursday will be your descriptives and frequencies quiz. It's it's only got 10 questions on it, and you have until Thursday morning, bright and early Thursday morning, until Sunday night at 11:59 to take the test. I think it's timed. I think you have 30 minutes to finish it. If you've done all your work, you're fine. And if you try to wing it, I don't know what you're going to get. This is a one-time test. You don't get a retake or anything else. You need to make sure that it's done. Once 11:59 on Sunday night hits, that exam is closed. It is not going to be opened again. So it's your responsibility to get your work done. Okay? That's your week. If you have any questions or anything, please text me. Okay? So one thing I want to tell you is, if you are working on a page and you see something that doesn't make sense, and that, please don't just send me in a text that says, it doesn't make sense, because I won't know what you're talking about. If you're looking at something on the screen and you take a picture of it and send it to me, now I know what you're looking at, and I can say, okay, look at this, this, and this, and you can move on. If you decide to just put a blanket thing, I won't actually know what you want. Okay? So most everything is on the screen, so take the picture of the screen, send it to me in that. I would tell you to stay away from email. You're welcome to email, but email is slow mail compared to everything else we have. Some of you, I can't use band until everybody signs up for band, so that was supposed to be done day 1, and some of you still haven't done it. So these things that are not being done are slowing things down, and I can get information and little tidbits out to you faster if you get all these things done. So please complete all your stuff, text me or call me if you have any questions, and we'll go from there. So have a great week, and I hope to hear from you if you have an issue. I will be on campus on Monday night, probably about 5:30. Okay, I have a class at 6. My goal is to be there by 5:30. If you want to come see me before class, just send me a text. I'll have a couple minutes to go over anything that you're not understanding. And then my class starts at 6, and you're welcome to come by afterwards. I don't know what time we're going to be done. It's going to be a pretty full class because it's our first class this semester. So best thing to do is text me, call me, whatever you need to do to get it done. Have a great day and a great week.